The Coast Guard GPS log conforms with the Baltimore port vessel tracking data. No other seacraft was within a 10-mile vicinity of the Bighorn the night it was exposed to the alien signal.
I can only imagine how the signal affected marine life in the area.
Well, don't bother. It wasn't Flipper that went all postal in the taco dive.
True, but a mutated Charlie tuna could end up on any of our plates. So
A good point, Lucas, but we need to prioritize infected humans first.
Well, then I'll need data to check against the FAA flight schedules.
I got a printout of the surveillance radar from Maryland Air Traffic Control.
It's not Maiden, is it?
I'm not quite sure what that means.
The Maiden radar system, it's ancient. There are lots of outages. Can I, please? Oh, cool. Now, this route center uses the newest radar system. Accurate and very readable.
Hey, you know, I thought we all agreed yesterday that the best use of my mathematical genius was deciphering the fractal pattern. Now, I'm confused as to why Caffrey pulled me off that project to now do what is basically, clerical work.
Believe it or not, analyzing NTSB documents is new for me too, Dr. Ramsey. But there are 6 of us on the red team who actually know what this threat is about. Our agents and staff have top secret clearances, but they are given information on an as-needed basis. None of our staff will hear the word extraterrestrial. So if we're going to uphold the threshold plan tenets of preventing mass panic, we're all going to have to widen our job description.
Okay, I was just asking.
That Flight 23's data recorder had to ground the plane.
We cross-checked the flight's passenger and crew list with the school student and staff roster. There's no overlap.
Why do they call them black boxes if they're orange?
Maybe because the only time they look at it is after it's charred black.
We have to be careful. It's possible that this has captured the alien signal.
I'll route its data through an audio filter program. Eliminate any specific signal frequencies.
How long will that take?
A few hours.
Okay, I'll be here. I'm about to interview the pilot.
Well, you're not including me?
You want in, Ramsey? Isn't this beneath your mathematical genius?
Well, of course it is, but I'm also a linguist. I don't know what you're thinking doing the interview without me.
Okay, fine.
It was a pretty routine flight. All I can recall is there was a slight reroute due to an air pressure pocket. It delayed our arrival slightly.
Did you hit any turbulence during this reroute?
Excuse me?
Turbulence.
Yeah, we had a little patch. But most flights have some bumpiness at some point, you know. Gee, I wish I could be more help. I have no idea what you guys are looking for.
Maybe nothing you know about, Captain. We're taking a look at the black box now.
Please?
The flight data recorder?
Huh. I've never heard of reviewing the FDR for an uneventful flight. Is this a Homeland Security matter?
That's correct, Captain.
What part of Southern Ohio are you from?
Loveland. It's right outside of Cincinnati. How'd you know that?
I'm a linguist.
Wow, you're a pretty good one. I haven't lived in Ohio in almost 30 years.
A word?
Excuse me.
He's hiding something.
How do you know?
Inconsistent language choices.
I didn't hear any inconsistency in what he said.
No, it's not with what he said, it's how he said it. Early in the interview, when he wanted you to repeat a statement you made, he asked, "Excuse me." But after, when you mentioned the black box recorder, he said, "Please?"
Okay.
Please, as a clarifying question, is a common Southern Ohio, Kentucky regionalism. People slip into regional vernacular when they're either angry, tired, or nervous. Captain Mancini didn't appear to me to be angry or tired.
We'll keep him here until Lucas gets us the black box data.
And then we get to 10:23 p.m.
What the hell's that?
It stays like this for 4.2 seconds. And these guys saw it.
You were right, Ramsey.
The pilot lied.
Hey, thought you guys forgot? What's going on? Hey, whoa! Hey, what are you doing? Hey, no, you can't take my blood without my permission. It's against union rules.
I don't care about your union. You lied to us.
Hey, listen to me. You got the wrong guy.
Aim at his head. If he makes a sudden move, blow it off.
Yes, sir. Okay.
What happened on that flight?
It was intermittent electrical fault, just a couple of seconds. It happens all the time on these old planes. Hey, no! Ah! Listen, it could have been anything. Chafed wiring, a corroded connector, loose lugs.
Are you saying there was nothing unique at all about this disturbance?
It created a pattern. It was weird. It was like a three-armed starfish or something.
Any audio component?
We were wearing headphones.
Tell Fenway to test that ASAP.
Yes, sir, right away.
Why did you lie to us?
The co-pilot and I had a couple of drinks before we boarded. Just a couple.
You didn't want to report the problem and bring attention to yourself. Risk a urine test.
Engineering crews catch these things during maintenance. Look, I'm not a terrorist.
You gambled with the lives of a plane load of people. What's the difference?
I'm 3 years from retirement.
Not anymore.
The pilot's blood alcohol was 20 proof, but no sign of genetic mutation. We've hit a dead end.
No, we didn't.
What have you got?
I started poking around in the lives of the Flight 23 passengers using their social security numbers. It's amazing the information we're privy to here. I mean, it's just ripe for abuse, but...
You and Ralph Nader should have a nice chat about that over some tofu.
All right, tough guy. I'm guessing you value your rights as much as I do.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you value your life as much as I do. And if that means taking a look at some credit card defaults to catch these alien freaks, I don't care.
All right, fine. I'm just saying we gotta keep ourselves in check. Or else we're the government conspirators we always feared.
Point taken.
When we're kids, our thymus produces lymphocytes and antibodies. But after puberty, it shrinks, and the lymphatic tissue becomes fat. Maybe it's because of this tissue that children are immune to the signal.
Wow, so once we're old enough to reproduce, the aliens can reproduce through us.
Hey, I'll be happy to give my job to a Boy Scout with a calculator.
You can joke, but this information may help us develop a vaccine.
Good. Keep working on that, Doctor. Now, Lucas brings me to an important point. We now know the goal of those genetically altered by the alien signal. Propagation by any means necessary.
Yeah,
Anything?
quite a bit actually. I just don't know what it all means.
More artwork?
I think it's Tate's version of an identicon. The image of the farmhouse keeps reappearing in conjunction with anything having to do with the murders.
It's probably the farm where it happened. It must be haunted by the memories. What about these words? Cat, brother, oak tree, door?
Well, it could be random words, or it could be a code based on a system of personal mnemonics. See how some of the words are repeated?
All right, well, can you crack it? Might give us a clue on where we went.
Eventually, but I've got a lot of reading to do.
All right, we'll start chipping away. What do you got?
600 pages, and here's what I know about our man Tate. His favorite dish is creamy tuna surprise, which they serve each and every Thursday. Couldn't have been much of a surprise. In fact, he's cataloged every meal he's had for the past 15 years. His vast canon of poetry has an annoying reliance on approximate rhyme, and before he started painting glass trees, he was obsessed with his old farmhouse. Drew hundreds of pictures of them.
You ever break that mnemonic code?
I think each word represents a number. I've got most of it figured out. It could be a set of coordinates, longitude and latitude, maybe.
Coordinates to where? His old house?
Well, whatever it is, they went through a lot of trouble to encrypt it. Send what you got to Lucas. Maybe he can help fill in the blanks. Back to your cell.
One chimney. They only had one chimney.
Two chimneys. Two chimneys. Two chimneys. Two chimneys. Lucas, Ramsey, any luck on those coordinates?
Yeah, I think so. I did a little safe cracking. I filled in your missing digits with random numbers and got 56 combinations. When I plugged them into the geographic database, the globe lit up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, the coordinates ranged from Antarctica to Pakistan to the Red Sea, but I got one hit in Painesville, Ohio.
What's there? Is it a house?
No, no houses. I tapped into the Lake County Title Bureau. There's a subdivision there, condominiums.
When were they built?
The permit was issued in 1985.
What was there before that? What was there in 1979?
Single-family dwelling, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, built back in the 20s.
Did they have 2 chimneys?
Doesn't say. I think I can get you a picture.
How?
The U.S. Geological Survey has a massive archive of aerial survey photos. Some of the more recent ones were taken with satellites I helped design. I've got a shot from the mid-70s. I'm honing in on your coordinates. Got it.
How many chimneys, Lucas?
2. 1 on either side.
You are a prince.
When did you start stealing chips?
언제부터 microchips ul 훔치지 시작했습니까?
훔친 적 없어.
He's playing dumb.
Was it Park's idea to go after the chips?
Mr. Parky 훔치라 시작했습니까?
박이란 너 몰라.
Come on, how can a Korean not know anyone named Park? He speaks English.
How do you know?
It's the way he pronounces his consonants. It's common amongst native Asian language speakers who've mastered English.
Does Guantanamo Bay mean anything to you? You have a nice flight. Take him.
Okay, hey, wait. Okay, look. Park wanted the chips. Only a certain kind.
What kind?
I don't know. I'm a little dog.
Fish, simpleton.
Look, I swear, I'm just a driver.
When did Park return to the gang?
2 weeks ago. We were surprised. We heard about his ship, thought he was dead. First thing Danny did was take on our Tumok.
Leader.
I've known Danny since we were kids. He was never much of a fighter, but he was now.
Go on.
Tumok whipped out his blade. But Park snapped his wrist like a twig and beat him to death.
Where are the Indonesians that were smuggled over in the cargo
I don't know.
container?
Park didn't care about them. He just wanted the microchips.
Why?
I don't know. Look, why does it matter? The cop killed him.
What?
Are those the microchips that came from the cargo pod?
Yeah.
Wow, looks like Bill Gates' head exploded in here.
Bill Gates would sell his mother to Apple to get a hold of this.
What is it?
It's the most advanced hyperacoustic integrator I've ever seen.
Oh, save the pillow talk for your fiance.
It's a digital audio processor.
What did he want with him?
It's the only thing on the market that's sophisticated enough to come close to actually creating the alien signal.
What's the difference between coming close and actually doing it?
A massive amount of power.
Country.
Can it tell us anything about the suspects?
Genetic profiling says definitely male, most likely Asian.
We've narrowed it down to 2 billion. Things are looking up.
Zivukang is an herbal compound. It's believed to be an aphrodisiac. Chinese Viagra.
More commonly used to treat asthma.
No good can come from bomb experts with a van.
Kavanaugh has a dozen agents canvassing the area. Maybe we can narrow down the search.
I'm sure all the florists they've been freaking out will be happy about that.
Ramsey, I need to tap your expertise.
Well, I knew you would eventually. The answer is yes.
Excuse me?
Women always come to me for sexual release like I'm some machine.
I was referring to your language skills.
Your loss. How may I be your linguistic biatch?
Can you tell me where Kavanaugh's from?
Yeah, easily. Vocal patterns and accents are better than fingerprints. Chicago area, but not metro. Baltimore meter maid ticketed a white van this morning. Expired parking meter.
Commercial vehicles park in commercial zones, no meters.
$45 fine. Now, that's a crime.
Kavanaugh.
Go ahead.
A delivery van was ticketed on the corner of Pennington and 5th about a half hour ago.
It's just right up the street.
Well, maybe it's still there. Check it out.
We're on our way.
Chicago. You sure?
Yeah, I'll go one better. I'll bet a C note that his hometown is somewhere in Will County, south of Cook.
I don't bet unless I have a shot. Thanks.
We have a white van containing
explosive materials. Repeat, we have a white van